Hi, this is Stacia, and I wanted to share a game that I just played on chess.com, a 15-10 game against Sihlahla, I don't know, Sihlahla1, rated 1459, and I played the black pieces, rated 1528. All right, so this game, the theme here is the Scandinavian gone wrong. So I make a really bad blunder in the opening, and this is all main line. Okay, and we reach this position, and I was actually kind of wondering if it's possible for white to play this sacrifice here. I was kind of wondering that during the game because it does look like, maybe after this check. But the computer says after king g8, white just runs out of attack, and black's up a piece. So yeah, it definitely doesn't work. But it's something to keep an eye on for sure, because black does want to play e6 at some point. Alrighty, so in this position, white castled, which is the best move, and we're actually out of book, mainly because white hasn't played d4. So this is a move that you want to play as white against the Scandinavian. You want to get your pawn in the center, and this will eventually support the knight going to e5. Okay, so I played e6. He played d3. Again, d4 is better. Now white wants to play d5 in this opening, and now he just wasted a tempo by playing d3 instead of d4. All right, and now c6, creating an escape square for my queen is the idea. And bishop d2. All right, so now there's discoveries threatened, which is very common in the Scandi. And the computer's already saying it's a good time to retreat my queen. I know this about the Scandinavian, that you kind of leave this discovery here because there are no good discoveries really for white. But at some point that changes. And the computer's telling me, yeah, you should probably retreat. So I played knight bd7, but I'm not in complete trouble yet. He played knight h4, so attacking my bishop. And here, I usually play the move bishop g6. And what happens is white often takes this and opens up this file. And, okay, this isn't the worst thing ever. And maybe I castle queenside in some lines. So I knew to play that, and for some reason I didn't. And I played instead bishop e7. And this is absolutely a huge blunder. So you may want to take the time to pause and figure out what can white play here to win material right out of the opening. Okay, and the move is knight d5. So knight d5 is absolutely crushing because, okay, it's time for this discovery. He severed communication between my queen and my bishop because that was kind of my plan, was to recapture with the bishop. And I really don't like lines where I lose this bishop either. So, okay, I have to retreat all the way to d8. The knight takes the bishop. Queen takes. Now takes. And you see where this is going? All right, so rook e1, and black's in big trouble already. So knight e5 to stop this. Queen e2. All right, let's support the knight. And now what would you play? Yeah, you can play one of two moves here, but f4 or d4. Both are going to win the knight, so due to this pin. All right, so that was entirely possible to play that, and my opponent luckily didn't see that. And this is such a common discovery. I really am lucky that he didn't play that. All right, instead he took here. And so I went with my plan, which was to simply take back with the queen. I don't even like this plan normally because now my queen's a little bit awkward on the square. Generally, the queen wants to be on c7, but I have seen lines where the queen hides itself on h7. So I had that in mind as an idea. All right, white plays an interesting move here, a4. So I wasn't sure about this move at first, but he's stopping b5. A lot of times black can play b5, a5, and expand on the queen side. So he's stopping that play. And now I castled. It's not the best move, but we're on move 11. I don't like to leave my king in the center too long. Better here might be queen e5, according to the computer. So probably wanting to get my queen back to c7. Yeah, in fact, that's the next move in the line I'm seeing. All right, so I castled knight e2. So he's just going to harass my queen. So h6. So I went ahead with my plan. I'm going to tuck my queen away back here. I don't know if this is good. I've seen it before. And I thought maybe eventually I'll play, I'll march this pawn up the board or something. Or play g6. I don't know. But, all right, I went ahead with this. Even here, the computer wants queen e5. So it's definitely smarter to keep your queen where it's more active. And my queen is not going to be active on h7 and later h8, as you will see. Okay, so queen h7. The computer evaluation here, though, is white is slightly better, so I'm not completely lost or anything. All right, d4. So this is a decent move. White should want to push for the d5 break at some point. And yeah, here c5 is a good move. So the computer gives kind of a weird line here. Takes knight e5, in between move, the bishop retreats, and then takes. And okay, black's pieces are a little improved here. Instead of that, I played rook f to d8. Okay, so what's my idea? Well, I was seeing that this pin could be a problem in some lines, so. And I also wanted to leave room for my king to move out. I didn't know if it was going to get too cramped back here or what. All right, so bishop d3, winning a tempo on my queen. And now queen h8. Yeah, not the best square for your queen. Okay, so yeah, I've never played this move in the Scandi before, but I think I'm going to avoid it from now on. All right, f4. And I played knight b6. Knight b6 is a bit of a mistake because of this strong move f5. And after f5, I can take, but this just looks bad for me. Probably have to retreat the bishop to f8. And okay, a5 now. So this is definitely better for white than what happened. Instead of that, he played c3. So just shoring up this pawn. I was attacking it, and okay. Now I played the move c5. So that pawn is pinned. And now there's one strong move here, f5. All right, what would you play here as black? Well, you can take the f-pawn, but it's not so good. And you can play e5, which is what I did in the game. And the computer gives white a pretty decent advantage now, plus 1.2, even though material's even, although he does have the two bishops. All right, he played knight h5. Not the best move. Really, he should have played d takes e5 here. And that would attack my knight, so this isn't quite as good. All right, but he played this. and I played e4. Unfortunately, e4 just drops a pawn, although it's not the worst move in the world, though, because now all this play with the f pawn is gone. Or it already was gone, I'm sorry. But okay, knight takes f6 check, bishop takes, and he wins that pawn. But I think there's some compensation because my pieces are a little better situated, although this is kind of a problem now. And x-raying the rook as well. All right, so I played rook d7, defending. He played bishop e3. And this is a huge mistake. Really strong here, and I didn't see this at all during the game, is the move a5. And do you see the reason why? It's really pretty interesting. All right, so black in this line would play knight c4, attacking the bishop, then a6. Knight takes d2. A takes b7. All right, and if I take the queen, I'm pretty just completely lost. So can't really do that. Yeah, I don't think you want to play this type of situation where white ends up with this strong pass pawn. So this plan of a5, I totally didn't see it, but I should. In games, you should look for tempo moves like this. So, okay, this is only a 15-minute game, so I definitely don't see everything. Even if it wasn't, I wouldn't see everything. All right, c takes d4, c takes d4, and now black's slightly better in this position. All right, so I brought my rook over, queen f3, and now I was starting to feel like I had some counterplay. So knight c4, attacking the bishop, and now he makes a mistake. Bishop f2. So here I'm sort of eyeing this pawn, and if he moves his bishop away, then I'm going to take this pawn with check. So I don't think he liked that, which is why he played bishop f2. But do you see black's move now? Yeah, so knight d2. And I'm forking a lot of stuff, and okay, I think he thought I was going to take his rook because he played queen g3, but this just makes things worse because now I could take the bishop, and he moved back, but do you see the crushing blow now? Yeah, knight takes f2. And after the rook takes, we have this move. And now we're going to win even more material. We're already up a piece, and my opponent resigned. So I got lucky. I feel like I actually played not that great of a game, but he blundered at the end here. I don't know why my queen is on h8, so I don't recommend this queen h7 move. Definitely keep your queen active. I'm talking to myself mostly because it's important to learn from your games. And all right, if you're a lower rated player, hopefully some of this was instructive for you. And if you're a higher rated player, I would definitely appreciate any advice that you have for me. I can interpret what the computer says to some extent, but then there's some things I just don't see or don't understand still. Lots to learn in this crazy game. All right, thanks so much for listening, and have a great day.